All right, so my client Jacob lost 10 pounds in the past 14 days, and you might think that's pretty nuts. And honestly, it kind of is, but it's got nothing to do with the workout. It's got nothing to do with the food either. And I'm going to walk you through the exact same training that helped him lose this 10 pounds in the past 14 days so you can do the exact same thing, right? Because Jacob's main problems were pretty common, right? And I put problems like that for a reason, right? He was overeating, stressed, anxious, and had a bit of depression as well. Right, and the reason that I tell you this is because in the first 6 weeks, a pretty common thing, Jacob lost 7 pounds, but he gained it all back. 80 to 90% of people who lose weight end up gaining it back. But why is this? See, everyone tells you that these are the problems, the things that I just listed: overeating, stress, anxiety, any bad habit for that matter, smoking, drinking. Everyone tells you that these are the problems in your life, and I'm simply here to tell you that they're fucking wrong. These are the solution to your real problem in your real life. And that might not make a whole lot of sense, but it will in just a second. Because the real problems in your life is your mindset, your self-belief, traumatic experiences, how you view yourself in your childhood. And there's proof to the pudding with this over here. Now, Jacob was kind enough to allow me to make a video on this about his insecurities. So please take this with a kind heart and actually apply it to your life, because he truly wants to help you as well, right? So I asked him, can you send me a list of your deep struggles? What causes you to overeat / have the bad inconsistencies? I'm sure I can make content about it to help other people, right? And he said, yeah, for sure. Extreme anxiety and depression, obsessive thoughts about health and negatively talking about himself, injuries, and the depression caused me to overeat after he got hurt. And anxiety is from trauma from a health scare when he was younger. Now, I want you to take this and actually understand what he is saying here, because this will change your life. If you can understand this, you will get in the best shape. You will give up any negative habit that you want to give up when you understand this. The depression caused him to overeat after he got hurt. The depression caused him to overeat, but his injury caused the depression. Right, same thing here. His anxiety was caused from trauma from a health scare when he was younger. Right, so a lot of people get on the surface level and tell you that, like, all these bad habits, these are your problems. No, we use these bad habits to cover up as a solution to the bad problems that we actually went through our traumatic experiences, through our childhood. And when you come to understand that, everything's going to change for you, because everything is cause and effect. Everything we do has an effect, right? So for example, Jacob's traumatic experience was the cause that caused the effect of depression, and that depression caused anxiety, and that anxiety caused the overeating. Now, you should be able to apply this to your own life. You should be able to apply that to your own life and understand that, okay, overeating isn't the problem. We need to figure out the complete and utter root cause that is the problem, which we're going to do right now. So I'm going to walk you through the exact mindset training that I took Jacob through, right? Completely for free. I want to take you through the exact mindset training to help you unlock the experience that's keeping you stuck, that's not allowing you to make progress and actually lose the weight and actually get in the best shape of your life, or give up any negative habit for that matter, because it literally can work for anything. So let's do it. The way you view the world, now this is going to be like concept based, but the way that you view the world is completely different to anyone else's. And here's why. We don't see the world for what it is. We see it for who we are, right? So this is you over here, you're chilling, right? You got the red glasses on. Everyone over here has got the yellow, the green, the pink, the blue, the purple, the orange, right? Everyone's got a different perception on the world based on a few things. But the world doesn't change, right? The world is black, and I don't mean that in a racist way. I just mean it like that's the color that I put on the screen. But we change the way we look at the world based on the glasses that we're wearing, right? And this will all make sense in just a second, because we see the world not for what it is, but for who we are, based on these, right? So these create your view of the world, your experiences, your beliefs, your upbringings, your childhood, your family, your friends, and this is all going to tie back, right? Everything that you've been through so far in your life, all of these have shaped the way that you look at the world, right? And when we understand this, you cannot deny that everything that you've been through right now has led you to who you are right now. There is just plain no doubt that you cannot deny that. But I need you to know that there's no one right way to view the world. But when you're aiming to hit a goal, when you're aiming to change, when you're aiming to align yourself and make positive change in your life, the world won't move for you. You have to align yourself to hit that goal, right? So you have to change different things about yourself, different actions about yourself to align yourself with the goal that you want to hit. But that feels fucking hard. And here's sort of why. Because old habits die hard, right? When you've built up so many experiences into believing you are who you are right now, change feels pretty damn difficult. Even though change in its simplest form isn't that hard, right? To give up a bad habit, all you have to do is stop doing it in its realistic form. But because you've done it so many times, over and over and over and over again, that's why it feels so difficult to stop, right? And I'm going to show you exactly how you can stop. But first, I need you to understand this, right? So when we're very young, right, we're very, very susceptible to just listening to our childhood, like our parents when we're growing up, our teachers, everyone we sort of look up to, right? I'm sure you've heard it time and time again, like your upbringing defines who you are sort of thing. And I'm here to tell you it does, but we can change it, right? So if you get told, like I did when you're young, that you're so fast, you're good at sport. And let's say another time you fail a math test once, right? And then your dad tells you, it's okay, not everyone's good at maths. And the teacher tells you in front of the whole class, and the whole class finds out that you failed the test. Logically thinking, one test doesn't matter, right? Logically thinking. But when we're young, we don't want to get embarrassed, right? Then you decide, okay, well, I've been told that I'm good at sport, right? I've been told I'm good at sport, but I'm not going to do maths because my dad's told me that not everyone's good anyway, doesn't matter, we'll go do sport. And my teacher's told me, oh, well, it doesn't matter anyway, like you're good at sport, and you don't want to feel embarrassed in the front of the class. Logically speaking, one test doesn't matter, but we don't think that way. We get embarrassed, we hate maths, and let's go do sport. Same thing with literally anything. If you're told that you're fat from a young age, right? If you're told that you act in a certain way from a young age, you're going to continuously do that over and over and over again, which is why when we change, when we're a little bit older, or try to, it feels so damn difficult. Because under the age of 10, we do not know how to make our own choices. We are a sponge. We're just susceptible to taking everything and anything on in our head. Any experience that we go through, regardless if you remember it or not, has led you to continually make experiences and choices based on what you went through when you were young. And I know this sounds crazy, but it is true. Exact same thing happens with traumatic experiences, right? Because usually they only happen once, one time to us, literally one time. But we replay them over and over and over again in our head because of how traumatic they were to us. That's why Jacob's experience, he dislocated his knee, had to get a knee surgery, and that was traumatic to him. And he replayed it over and over and over and over and over again in his head. Same thing, he had like a really bad heart problem, and now he's replayed it over and over and over again in his head. But you got to remember, it might have happened once, but you've actually played it 1,000 times in your head. So you've actually been through it 1,000 times instead of once. That's why it feels so hard to change. But when you come to understand this, like we actually can start to change, because you can start to understand that we act in accordance to every experience that we've been through. And in a weird way, it makes us feel good / comfortable. And this is a really weird thing to understand, and I really want you to make sure that you do understand, is because even when you want to change, even when you want to be different, even when you want to improve your life because of every experience that you've been through, because you've acted in a way for so long, when you go try and make that change, it feels easier just to stay in the comfort. It just feels easier, even though getting in shape is better for you, even though quitting any negative habit is good for you. It feels more comfortable to stay where you are because it's who you're known for. It's who your friends know you for. It's who your family know you for. It's who you've known yourself for so many years. And even though something might be better, going to change to become that better feels fucking hard, right? This is me, and then I lost all the weight, right? I perceive that to be difficult. I perceive that to be hard because in the middle here, we have a whole lot of pain to become someone new. But it's not because it actually is hard, but because we have to fight against ourselves. We have to fight against this person that wants to keep us where we are because it feels comfortable, like I said. Remember, the reason that we believe it to be difficult is only because of our perception that it is hard based on the experiences that we've been through. And that's what I really, really want you to understand, is that you perceive it to be difficult because of the experiences that shaped you when you were younger, that shaped you through trauma, that shaped you through whatever it is that you went through, which I'm going to show you how to unfuck and untuck and get out of you in just a second. But I want you to make sure that you know in your head that you're making up this perception that it is hard because of an experience that you've been through. And all we need to do is change the experience. What I want you to do at the end of this video, I genuinely want to help you, right? So I want you to sit down for 10 to 20 minutes and ask yourself, why can't I change? What experience did I go through? And what do I actually believe to be true about myself? And from there, all you need to do is align your perception to your goal. Align the actions that it's going to take towards your goal, which is pretty commonly the polar opposite of what you believe to be true about yourself right now. So again, ask yourself, why can I not change? What experience did I go through? And what do I believe to be true about myself? And then pretty much all you have to do after that is align your perception, which is normally do the complete polar opposite. And you do that for a good 30 days, non-stop. I promise you, you will build the habits and you will build it into your life and you will actually be able to finally change. Right? And I genuinely, with my whole heart, hope this video helped you. But if you want one-on-one help with me specifically to build your habits, to build your mindsets, you can have specific mindset trainings based on your specific circumstances, your specific goals, and actually get you the result that you finally want to make the change in your life. Then there's a link below. Book in for a free call and we'll talk it over. We'll talk about your goals and make sure that I can actually help you. But again, with my whole heart, I hope this video helped you. It truly changed Jacob's life. And I promise you, if you actually implement this, you're going to skyrocket your damn progress.